Hey, it's Jake Randolph with Beauty Biz Pro, and I have one of my 7-figure med spa clients here. And this video, we want to really help you guys because I know it's hard to pick a marketer. It's hard to know how to work with a marketer. And I'll be honest, I've had clients who didn't get great results, and I've had clients like her who get amazing results. And there's usually some big differences in how the client is interacting with us. And so as a beauty professional, we want to give you guys some tips on finding the right marketer and how to really succeed with a marketer.
In the past, we've had 3-4 different marketing teams over the years that we've used, but my results and our results as a company have been pretty steady. And so there's reasons that you can convert. Obviously, there's the ad strategy side, but I would say the pain point I see a lot in our industry is you generate leads that come in and everyone says, oh, they're bad leads. So maybe we need to lean in more on how to take those warm leads that already gave you their contact information and how to book them.
I think a lot of people hire a marketer thinking that it's just going to be, they can just be completely hands off, and it's not like that. Like, a marketer will get you leads, a marketer will get you attention, hopefully from the right audience, depending on what marketing company you choose. But you've got to still be present as a business owner and still build relationships, because marketing is getting in front of people, but then you have to build a relationship with them to create loyal repeat customers. And as I can't create a loyal repeat customer for you.
Listening to you say that, a lot of people do ads, but then if people click on your website, there's not a lot there. There's not a lot of reviews. There's not a lot of substance in order to convert them. And I know we talk about the word conversion. How do you take a lead that comes in and turn them into a paying or scheduled customer? I'd say having a really optimized Google site, having good reviews, credibility. The rule that I use in my life is if I Googled myself, if I clicked on our website, genuinely, would I book with myself? Would I book with us? And why or why not? What's missing? Where would I feel really good about booking with them? Maybe you have a little pop-up on your website that says, here, give us your email and we'll give you a coupon. I think too, response time with leads is big. Yeah. And if you're listening to us, I would bet that most people listening right now, you're the only one running your business. You don't have a bunch of people on your team like I do responding within a minute to every lead that comes in. And I understand you're busy. I understand that's very hard, especially when you're a solo technician. You're in gloves all day. You have a personal life outside of that. But I'll tell you what, if leads are coming in and you don't have help, then it's your responsibility. We gotta call them. I've left so many dinners. I've left so many situations to go into a quiet environment I carry my AirPods with me, back then, and I would take the calls and I'd book them right on the phone. And that's kind of the hustle that it takes until you're able to afford a virtual assistant part-time for a few $100s that can help you with that.
And even now we have AI virtual assistants that will have a conversation back
right.
and forth. So we've got solutions for that too if they can't get to their phone immediately.
That's nice. I'm that's really nice, especially if it's just you working. Our time is so valuable. But you also have to shift your mindset and go, hey, if I prioritize maybe 2 different times of the day where I call back leads or I'm messaging with them and trying to get them to book, let's be on the low end, 3 more customers over the course of the month. How much more revenue did that drive to your business versus not? And maybe it's time, if you are really slammed, you're busy and you don't have time to get back to, maybe it is time to hire a VA for part-time price and make sure that they break even on the expense within 1 or 2 bookings, so you're not slaving away trying to pay for them too. But yeah, you got to be on those leads.
Yeah, and I like how when we're working with you, you let us do our thing, you trust us, but then you also give us helpful feedback. Like, hey, leads have slowed down this week, or a lot of our clients, they just sit back and don't say anything until they just decide to cancel. And so having that feedback really helps.
And if I know that I'm dedicating ad spend, revenue dollars that I'm dedicating to advertising, I want to make sure we're optimizing it. And it's not just some magic thing where you turn the ad on and it happens. It takes a little bit of teamwork over time, taking this fork in the road and that one until we have some ads now that are so well optimized, but it took us a while to go, oh, we like this font better, right. Or we noticed that this font is better, or when we focus on this demographic for our ads. And so, yeah, you got to analyze things a little bit. And I hear you. I know that is not most people's strength zone, but if it meant the difference between a few extra $1,000 a month coming in and not, based on learning some basics and making sure you're managing leads well, I think that's well worth it.
I think you've told me before, your mindset is we are kind of a partnership versus you're just delegating something.
My team is scaled to a place where we even have dedicated roles that are very specific. So everybody knows exactly what they're doing. They know our metrics. They know we're hot on it. You have a lead, nothing else matters.
Right.
It's I always tell them, I was just training a new staff member this week and I was like, this is how we are. If a new lead comes in, it's like when the alarm goes off at the firehouse, at the fire station, and they have to go slide down the pole, they got to put on their equipment, and they are out in 2 minutes. They've got to be gone in 2 minutes out the door. So is it like a firehouse in your studio, in your business when a new lead comes in? Or are they sleeping in upstairs and the house is burning down?
Yeah. As far as like finding the right marketer, what questions would you ask them?
I think experience, maybe some case studies of other people in your relevant industry. What I've found is if people do Facebook ads in different industries, they may not know your language.
Yep.
They may not know your lingo. And so it is nice to have somebody that's in beauty for us that has a history. You're like, oh, I've tried these kind of ads with similar med spas before. Here's what worked and here's what didn't. Really have a more intelligent, in-depth conversation about what might work for you.
Yeah, I see a lot of people, they assume that a local marketer would be better,
No.
but then the local person has no experience in the beauty industry.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't
I
work.
get why they would feel that
Yeah.
way, but I think until you've spent, I've spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands on ads, and I'll tell you what, it's about knowing your niche, and it's about comparing to other relevant competitors in your market and seeing how their ads are performing and making little adjustments to optimize your performance.
Awesome, thanks for those helpful tips. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment or reach out.